Today's news. Today's news.
Budget note. The ayes are 217, the nays are 215. Measles outbreak spreads.
You may want to get a booster.
Straight from the faucet.
Chemicals, heavy metals, and radioactive substances.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan. With the CBS World News Roundup, House Republicans have begun action on the Trump agenda, passing a budget outline that would reframe the priorities of the federal government and could mean major cuts in programs such as Medicaid. Here's CBS's Caitlin Huey-Byrne.
This is really the first step in passing Trump's agenda through Congress, and last night's vote, as difficult as that was, that's really just the first blueprint. Now, the various committees have to go through that arduous process of filling it out with actual policy. And one of those committees is tasked with finding over $800 billion in spending cuts, and that has to come from somewhere, and Medicaid is a likely target. Now, Speaker Johnson told us yesterday that they want to target waste, fraud, and abuse in the program, not the services.
The first official meeting of the Trump cabinet is set for today. Elon Musk will be part of it, even though he does not hold a cabinet post. White House correspondent Weijia Jiang.
Sources tell CBS News the administration plans to issue a new memo in the coming days directing agencies to prepare for large-scale firings, adding to the existing anxiety over directives from Musk to federal workers that continue to create more questions than answers.
On social media, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard says more than 100 intelligence community employees will be fired as part of an investigation into group chats that allegedly discussed sexually explicit behavior. And President Trump, in an online post this morning, threatens to sue authors and publishers of books and stories that use anonymous sources or off-the-record quotes. Reporting this morning from Ukraine, CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb has more on the war-torn country closing in on a minerals deal with the U.S.
The U.S. draft of the agreement would give Ukraine, quote, military equipment and the right to fight on, according to President Trump. While Ukrainian leaders have said this morning that they will consider the text of the deal later today. Now, it has to be said that Ukraine has vast deposits of titanium and lithium, as well as sizable gas, coal, and oil reserves. Now, the agreement could be signed at the White House as early as Friday in a face-to-face meeting between the two presidents, who just last week were trading sharp rhetoric in which Trump accused Zelensky of being a dictator, and Zelensky said Trump lived in a disinformation space.
Now to Northwest Texas. CBS's Omar Villafranca has the latest on the expanding measles outbreak there. At least 124 cases have now been confirmed, mostly unvaccinated children.
In West Texas, medical tents and buses are vaccinating and testing for the measles during one of the largest clusters in decades. The outbreak started in the largely unvaccinated Mennonite community in Gaines County, where cases continue to boom. State health data shows 13.6% of K-12 students in the county had filed for exemptions from at least one vaccine in 2023, up nearly 10 percentage points from 2013.
This morning, the U.S. Supreme Court will hear a case that could dramatically change how courts view discrimination claims in the workplace. Here's CBS's Jan Crawford.
Marlene Ames was working for the Ohio Department of Youth Services when the position opened up as bureau chief. And then you decided to put in for a promotion. Yes. My supervisor at the time asked if I was going to apply, but just a few days after she got her 30-year service pin, Ames found out instead of a promotion, she was being demoted to a secretary. It was humiliating going to work every day. The colleague who replaced her was gay, and shortly afterwards, the promotion went to a woman who also was gay. Ames decided to sue for discrimination based on her sexual orientation as a straight woman.
I knew the law was against us. Took the case anyway.
Akron lawyer Edward Gilbert knew it was a tough fight because federal courts in Ohio, like those in about a third of the country, require people filing suits to jump through another hoop by proving, for example, a pattern of historical discrimination.
Coming up on 5 minutes after the hour.
It's 42 degrees in San Jose, California. That's today's